Now, fans and viewers are also talking about another big part of the Super Bowl, the historic halftime show. Puerto Rican artist Bad Bunny took the stage with a powerhouse production. His performance catapulted him up the charts. He now occupies the top 5 songs on the U.S. Spotify chart. Now, in his show, he highlighted his own country and other Latin American nations in a show of unity. Nearly 10,000 pyrotechnics, 400 costumed extras, and 25 carts full of props went into transforming the field at Levi Stadium into Bad Bunny's native Puerto Rico. Angela Watercutter, the special projects editor for Wired magazine, joins us live. Angela, you actually got a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the Super Bowl halftime show. Can you tell us about some of the logistical challenges they faced bringing Bad Bunny's vision to life? It was elaborate.
It was. Thank you for having me. I think the most interesting thing about this every year is that there's one parameter that always stays the same, and that's that they have 7.5 minutes to get on the field and 6 minutes to get off. Like that one's pretty much set in stone. And then every show is about 12 to 13 minutes total. And so what they really have to struggle with is how to get all of that stuff onto the field and get it off, especially when the field itself is so valuable to the NFL. It's got to stay soft. You can't tear up the grass. And so what happens is they can only have so many carts that roll onto the field and bring all those props out. And they kind of have to make sure that everything is in and out and doesn't tear anything up while they're doing it.
Yeah, it's amazing. The pressure's on to put on this gigantic show, but it's got to look like nothing ever happened the second the show is done. It's wild. In your Wired article, you mentioned that Bad Bunny's set had one of the largest pyrotechnic displays in halftime show history. I certainly believe that. What went into that?
So I think it was a lot of very just sort of elaborate stagecraft, kind of wanting to bring the themes that were happening on the field into the air. You know, at the end there in that finale, you saw all of the flags from the Americas sort of run out on the field behind Bad Bunny. And in the sky, then you saw the colors of the Puerto Rico flag go up as well. And so it's sort of a combination of bringing both of those elements together from up in the rafters, so to speak, down to the field below.
Really fun to see all of the guest appearances too, but I want to get back a little bit more to the logistics of all this because the halftime show has to operate, we mentioned this, under this huge time crunch. Has about 30 minutes from setup to performance to breaking down. It's got to be done. Tell us about the challenges that presents because there is no room for error here. You got to be out.
Yeah, so I mean, the way that they kind of fixed this year or fixed it for this year was that because they could only have so many carts and because Bad Bunny sort of wanted all this, you know, sugar cane and plants to sort of make it feel like Puerto Rico on the field, they dressed people up to look like plants. And so what you see all around the stage is just people in plant costumes. So there's two people, Bruce and Shelley Rogers, they're a husband and wife team who kind of do the production design and the art direction for the Super Bowl, and they've been doing it for like 20 years now. And they were the ones sort of explaining this to me. And, you know, when they realized they couldn't bring out 50 carts full of plants, they were like, well, why don't we just put everybody in these costumes to make them kind of have that, you know, have that sort of plant feel, but, you know, not necessarily bring it all out into heavy carts.
I love to see their little faces popping out from the reeds. That is so neat. Fascinating stuff. What a performance. I have to go watch it again. Just now that I know all that went into it, I'm going to watch the show much differently now. Angela Watercutter, thank you so much. Great to see you.
Great. Thank you for having me.